Is college really worth it? Let's talk about it.
I'm honestly convinced that people are going to college just for the experience because there's no way that they're making any money off of their majors, man. Because like as a junior, I'm having conversations with a lot of my classmates about what their future plans for college are gonna be. What the hell are you gonna do with a communications degree, fam? Fuck is that for? Like, yeah, man, I know how to say hello and shit. What the hell? Like, we're really dropping $40,000 on this fuck-ass degree just so you can contract AIDS by a college girl and join a frat? Yeah, there's no way you're serious. Like, the more and more I talk with these people, the more I'm realizing that half of these people don't have any idea what the hell they're gonna do with their lives. Like, these dudes are applying to Ivy League schools planning on majoring in theology research. Like, my guy, you're gonna make tons of money with that degree. Working at McDonald's. Fuck out my face! Just walking into universities with these dumbass majors like Latin. Nobody uses that shit anymore. Like, a lot of these dudes that are going into college with these useless ass degrees are gonna get no motherfucking jobs. Like, all these computer science majors are all working at fucking Olive Garden, man. They're making me my chicken Alfredo as we speak. But also, this is my humble opinion. Depending on the thing that you're majoring in, that also depends on what school I'm gonna pay for. Like, if you're trying to become a teacher, why the hell do you want to go to Harvard for that shit? Bitch, you're going to the local community college. Fuck out of my face. Like, if you want to be a doctor, sure, go to those big expensive colleges. You want to be a lawyer, sure, go to Harvard Law. But if you're trying to apply to Princeton, majoring in communications, your bitch ass better sit the fuck down and go to the local state college, you bitch ass motherfucker.
Alrighty then. A homeboy did not hold back one bit. You know, I will say this though. He has a point. My guy has a point. I mean, if you are going to college to go to college, is it really worth it? Like, are you going for the experience and then in 4 to 5 years, you're going to have massive amounts of student debt for what? An experience? Travel the world for the experience, right? Do that. Go into a little bit of debt and travel the world. Backpack Europe. Don't go to college and drink your life away every other day and get a degree in communications or whatever he said. Now, a couple comments from this video. College is 100% for the experience unless you're going into STEM, and even then, a lifetime of debt isn't worth any experience. I agree with that for the most part. Like, going into STEM, that's what I went into. I got a degree in civil engineering. I could have made a great career out of it. It wasn't the job for me. I've talked about it in the past. I'll probably talk about it again in the future. But the engineering world was not my world. It just did not fit my personality at all. I'm where I'm at today because of what I did, so I don't regret it. But if I had to re-choose, I probably would have done a different path, just for the college aspect. I'm very glad where I'm at now because of the decisions I made, and getting that engineering degree really did help on some of my life skills and what I learned going through that. Guy says, my bro said he wanted to major in gender studies. This guy says, the creator goes, tell bro to start applying for McDonald's immediately. Oh, goodness. Yes, college is a business. College is like your favorite YouTuber selling you a course. Education makes money, right? And now with YouTube University, I'll even say, like, I don't offer a course or anything right now, but, like, there are some great courses out there. There are. And you can pay them and buy them for a fraction of going into tens of thousands of dollars in debt for a useless college degree. And it may actually teach you something that you can use in the real world. And then I'll also say this. If you don't know your path for college, if you don't have like a game plan, you don't know the exact degree, you don't know the exact job or industry that you're going to work in, you may want to hold off. Because this is one thing I dislike about our society. I hate the fact that there's so much pressure on these 18-year-old kids coming out of high school that need to have their whole life figured out. You're 18 years old. You're a little baby. You're a little baby. How are you supposed to know when you've never even had any real life experience at all what you want to do with your life? My kids, what I'm telling them when they come of age, I mean, right now they're young, but when they're 16, 15, 16, 17, 18, I'm telling them to just go explore. Go try out whatever you want, right? If you want to be a veterinarian, go work as a veterinarian tech where you don't need a college degree and see if you like the work. Shadow. If you want to go be a doctor, shadow a doctor or a nurse or someone in healthcare. There's ways you can test this stuff out before you go drop tens of thousands of dollars for college, and it's not even something you want to do. Look at me, for example. I didn't want to do engineering, but I did it. I didn't like engineering once I got my degree. Did it for 3 years, and I hated every second of it. So make sure you plan before you just jump right into college. Times are changing.
I was being nosy and listening to a couple of girls that work at my gym's conversation, and they were talking about how they've had all these job interviews, applied to all these jobs, can't get a job. Now they have to work at a gym. Literally everyone is in this predicament. It's so frustrating. Like, everyone I talk to, they're having these interviews, sounds like it goes great, and they didn't get the job. Who are the companies hiring then? I have not heard one person say, wow, the interview went great, I got hired. Who are they hiring? Additionally, what are we doing? Serving burgers and bartending is really, really burning me out. I'm really sick of it. Do I money launder? Is that even profitable? I could not be a stripper. Pole dancing is so hard. I could never look graceful up there. I really don't know. What are we doing, guys? That isn't serving and bartending. How can I make some money? I've honestly had every random job in the world, so I feel like I could do anything, honestly.
All right, now I'll say this. If you are bartending or you're serving, try to find a nicer restaurant first because tips are going to be a lot higher. But that is a pretty lucrative job right now. I mean, people are going out to eat still. They're still spending money. If you want to make money on tips and rely on tips, by all means, that may be a route to go to start saving, get your initial foundation, your financial foundation built up like we talk about. Start paying off debt with that job, build up your emergency fund with that job, and then as you're doing that, really start thinking about what's next. But when it comes down to it, I really do think there are some, if you want to go this route, you go to college. Like they said, doctor, lawyer, nurse, engineer, computer science. I don't understand why that one guy didn't like that, but computer science is, I think, a very solid career industry to get in. Although AI, everyone says AI is taking over, but I really do think that's a very, very useful skill to have, is to be able to code and do all that kind of stuff.
College,
hate it.
Hate it, right?
For entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
If you need,
How much money will you make this year?
I will make
What are you going to pay taxes on?
probably 17.
17 million, and he's telling you don't go to college. Did you finish?
Yes, but I went to Mount Ida College.
Yeah, I went to McNeese State
This
University.
is how I got to Mount Ida College. I got a postcard in the mail in March of my senior year of high school, and my mom finally woke up and realized she didn't know the process.
Yeah.
She was an immigrant. She's like, "You're going to college," and I'm like, "No, Mom, I didn't. I didn't apply for anything." She's like, "You're going to college." I'm like, "Crap, all right." And then a postcard came.
Yeah.
I filled it out, and that's how I went to Mount Ida College.
Yeah. What'd you study there?
Madden 94.
I will say this too, guys. If you have somewhat of an entrepreneurial spirit and you maybe want to scratch that itch, try it out. The best time to try something like that is when you're 18 to 25, because you're probably not married yet. You don't have kids you got to bring home, money and food for. You don't have much risk of losing everything because you ain't got nothing yet. That's the best time to explore, guys, is our college years. It's time to go out and travel and backpack Europe and learn about different cultures while we're, making ends meet and, working odds and end jobs, whatever it is. That's the best time to take a chance and really see what you can create. And if you want to go that entrepreneur type route, that's the best time to do it. Now, if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and you want to try it, by all means, you can still do it. You can still pull it off. But it's a lot easier to do it when you're first starting out in life instead of going to college and drinking your life away getting a, God knows what degree. Gender studies.
You know what I've realized? Is the $80K that I'm in debt for college, I could have got the 2023 Ford fucking Bronco that I wanted. I don't care what anybody says, a college degree is useless. I said what I said. It's useless. You're telling me that I'm gonna apply to all these jobs, pay a shit ton of money for this fucking piece That's not even gonna work. If I get one more fucking email that says, I'm sorry, we went with another candidate. We will keep you for other job opportunities. No, it's good, dude. It's good. I'm just gonna go back in my bed and cry because I was lied.
Here we have it. Last video we talked about the job market. So imagine trying to get a college degree, graduating college with a useless college degree, diploma, paper, whatever you want to call it, and then trying to find a job out in this world, this economy. It's tough right now, but a lot of the jobs that I know people are getting hired for, you don't need a college degree. You don't. I mean, trades, sales jobs, commission-based jobs, a lot of those are wide open. And if you can come in and you can just work a little better and a little harder than everyone else, you're really going to stand out. And guess what that's going to bring? Opportunity to make money, baby. You just got to try out different stuff. That's all it is. Don't go pay $80,000 for a useless college degree and end up working at Starbucks. It's very common. And if it happened to you, you're still a way out. There really is. If you just have this useless degree in student loan money and you're working at Starbucks, there is still a way out. It's going to be some hard work. You're going to have to save and you're going to have to sacrifice. But why not try other stuff? Go see if you can land some big job whenever the economy gets better. Or still go try now. Don't wait. Don't wait. Go do it. Go try. Go start something while you're working at Starbucks. Start a side hustle. Nothing against Starbucks. I mean, there's people who can do pretty well and make careers out of it. But if you're just getting by, don't settle. That's the biggest thing. That's the one thing I almost did at my job, is I almost settled. I remember to this clear as day sitting in my cubicle. I remember in my head, I'm like, JJ, it was one of these shit ass days. I remember telling myself, JJ, it's okay. You got a kid, you're married, you got a dog you're taking care of. Just make your good money, make your paycheck, sit back and settle. It's okay. It'll be all right. You can do this for the next 35 years. Just get by, power through. And this is coming from a guy who was dreading going to work on Monday, and it was Saturday. I was already stressing about the week. It's not a way to live, guys. That is not the life that I wanted to live, and I'm glad I never settled.
Why do you think college is a scam?
Half of this audience, if you get a job, will get a job that doesn't require a college degree. 41% of kids that enter college will not graduate. And the vast majority of kids, 60 to 70% that go to college, I believe study things that are completely worthless, meaningless, and don't enrich society at all.
Is that the fault of the student or the college?
Let's talk about the institution itself. So everyone in the audience here, how many of you have had to take classes that are a waste of time that you wish you didn't have to take, that are a waste of money, and that every single hand goes up? Look around, look around, look around, no, look around. They're scamming every kid in this audience. They are forcing them to take classes that make them poorer, that take up their time in order to get the credential. That is an institutional scam. And by the way, every other part of life is all about your own customization. Your Netflix account, how you get your burrito bowl, from how you dress, your Amazon cart is you are in charge. But you come to college and they say you must go take these 3, 4, 5 classes that are very expensive, especially for you out-of-state students, to go further into debt, study things that don't matter, to find jobs that don't exist. That sounds like a scam.
Love him or hate him, but Charlie Kirk there has a point. Think about that for a second.
Your major doesn't matter. Okay, hear me out. I'm gonna have people flanking me in the comments. Oh my gosh, that's so stupid. Of course your major matters. Look, if you're not gonna be an engineer, a doctor, nurse, or a lawyer, it doesn't matter. Okay, let me tell you why. I graduated college early. I graduated in 3.5 years at a really well-known school, very competitive school, very proud of myself, with a political science major. You wanna know what I wanted to do with that? Nothing. Do you wanna know what I regret? My major. Not because it's not useful, because I think I actually have a lot of skills from it that are very useful in everyday life, but because it wasn't enjoyable for me. Also, I'm walking on my treadmill very slowly. It wasn't enjoyable for me, okay? But let me tell you, I am an exceptional writer. For my entire college degree, have been writing research papers, synopses, capstones, everything. I'm an incredible writer. I know how to analyze data. Do you want to know what I do for a living? I work in social media. Do you want to know what you do in social media? You have to be creative. You have to analyze data, and you have to be able to write well. You have to be able to research things. So whenever I've applied to jobs and they're like, ooh, actually, you don't have a marketing degree. Do you want to know what? I have 4 years of experience under my belt in social media marketing with incredibly good results in social media. Your degree doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter. Do you want to also know what I'm doing with my time, with my degree and my incredible writing skills? I'm writing a fantasy series, a romantasy series, actually. And that's what I'm doing with my time, social media and writing novels. But I have a political science degree. Okay, this is what I'm saying, y'all. Like, unless you want to be a doctor and want to cut people open, I recommend using some YouTube videos to learn skills that you want to learn, okay?
Girl's got a point. I mean, here's the thing, guys. There's so many ways to make money. There is. And you can do it at any age. But it just takes a little bit of initiative on your part, which I think a lot of people lack. A lot of people lack just starting something different. I mean, I'll shout out to my editor, Clay, right now. He's watching this back. Young kid. He reached out to me. I think it was through Twitter. And he's like, hey, JJ, I love your stuff. And I want to put together a video for you for free. He did that for me for free. Edited an entire YouTube video, which is not easy, by the way. He did it for me completely free, and he shocked me. You could tell he worked his butt off, and he did a great job, and he won my business. There are ways out there, guys, for you to impress people without having a piece of paper that says you took these useless classes and have this degree. Really, a big part. I was literally just telling my kids this today. We went out to eat. We had some Mexican, and we usually make our kids order their meals. I have an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old, and we make them order their own food to help them start communicating and have the confidence to talk to other people. Because I don't know if you've ever gone and ordered fast food recently and talked to a young fast food worker, these teenagers and younger 20s, they don't know how to talk to you. They look like blank on the face, and they need a screen in front of them. They talk like, a lot of them talk like idiots. It's scary. It really is. So I'm teaching my kids now that we're not going to do that. We are not going to act like that if they have a job like that down the road. But the biggest thing here is networking and being able to communicate and being able to reach out to people and not be scared and try something new and take a sacrifice by working for free like the editor did. It takes that nowadays. You got to set yourself apart. You can't just go through life sitting back saying, oh, woe is me. Oh, that dang economy. Or, oh, that president, he's making my life hard. No. Quit freaking living like that, guys. You get your ass up and you find that freaking dog.